What's going on, you guys? Do you know what a Swiftie is? I'm sure you do, actually. Taylor Swift, obviously, is one of probably the biggest music artist in the entire world. And Swifties have formed, those who are deeply committed to her, have formed this subculture, which is people not just that like people that like her music, but really identify with who she is. And it's interesting when you see pictures of people that go to these concerts, they all kind of dress alike and they're all decked out in these, uniforms, so to say, and they do similar things like, exchange bracelets and all this kind of stuff. And there's a different level of identification with Swifties. I'm not one. I'm not anti, so don't hate me, but there's a different level of identification when it comes to that. And that made me think of, what does it look like to be a Christian? Are there identifying marks? Acts 11:26 is the first time we see the word Christian. And it was really kind of Greek shorthand for just somebody that follows Jesus. And so that got me thinking. And I came up with 5 things. And unfortunately, the acronym for this is S.L.O.B.S. Okay, that's not what I was going for, but check this out. First, somebody that seeks God, not sin, or seeks God and not self. A follower of Christ doesn't seek God perfectly, but they do try to seek God with all they have, right? God, what do you want in this situation? What is your will for me in this neighborhood? What is your will in work? God, I'm going to seek you. I'm going to seek you out. What do you want in this situation? Secondly, you love God, not the world. You love God. You're so grateful for all that God has done for you on the cross and for loving you and giving you a life of purpose and saving you, that you go, you know what? I love God. I'll do anything for him. It's not an obligation. It's a gift to live for God and to love him back for all that he's done for us. O is obey God. Again, it's not an obligation. I'm thrilled to obey God for all the good he's given me in my life and all the incredible blessings. So you obey God, you seek God, you love God, you obey God rather than your appetite, you obey God. Third or fourth, you believe God, not the lies of this world. The lies of this world are many, and we are bombarded by lies every day. The list gets longer every day. It's very confusing. But God's will is actually quite simple. And we can read his word. We can be in it every day. And we can just say, Lord, direct me. I want to do everything in your word. And so believing God, not the lies of the world, is the fourth thing. The fifth thing is serving God, because all that seeking and loving and obeying and believing begins to express itself, and you want to do things for God. You want to serve him. You want to represent him well at work and in school and in the neighborhood and in your family. You want to represent him well. You want to serve him well. And here's the thing. Serving God oftentimes expresses itself in serving others. So how am I treating my wife? How am I treating my kids? Am I serving them well? Do I have an attitude that is absolutely sure thing? I'd love to do that for you. My neighbors, the stranger at Walmart, maybe even my enemies. So those are 5 identifying marks. There's all kinds of others, but if you just simply start by obeying the S.L.O.B.S acronym that I just laid out, that would be a great start. Hope you have a great